Let me know if you can hear me out there in cyber world. Your Carl Junction Bulldogs travel to West Plains Zizzers, West Plains, Missouri, to take on the Zizzers. The Lady Bulldogs, rough night for them. They went against I think it's the number 3 in the conference or Missouri. Maybe it's straight in the conference, 5th in Missouri. Ended up losing on that one, 86-45. The boys JV pulled off a win, and the freshman boys with a loss. I don't know about the girls JV or freshmen on that one, so if you know that, feel free to let me know. Thanks, TJ. How are you, buddy? Thanks, Alicia. We'll see how it goes. I'm behind the student section. Karen, appreciate it. Looks like we got about 8 minutes left before tip-off. All right, we'll take a few minutes here. We'll come back and get this party started. Boys trying to get their first conference win. They come in at 0-4. The Zizzers got 1-3 on the conference. Bulldogs desperately need this win tonight. Followed up with a game win on Tuesday against Marshfield comes to town. Home game. That'll be the last regular season game at home. You got nothing to do? Come on out. Super night tonight. Packed house here at Zizzerville. I Google what a Zizzer is every year, and I can never remember it. So we'll take a few minutes. We're down to 7.5 minutes before tip-off. We'll be right back to the Carl Junction Boys streaming network here in West Plains, Missouri, home of the Zizzers. Just under 5 minutes, and we'll get this party started. Get the lineups. Super night tonight. The Lady Bulldogs drop to the Zizzers, highly ranked Zizzers, 86-45. The Zizzers came out, and the ladies hit 10 threes before they missed their first one. They had 14 threes going into the half. So the Lady Bulldogs, it was a tough night. 4:21 left. We'll get tip off. We'll be right back. Woo. What a great job. Absolutely beautiful by that young lady. Does a score table and just stood up and just belted that out. We're going to have a little trouble seeing the corner on the left side here just due to the student section in front of me. I'm high, but do what? Now, number 0, Brian Hanks. Deacon Endicott, number 4. Number 5, Rashad McDonald, coming off a hot hand game. Number 21, Cooper Vedix. And last but not least, number 22, Brody the Pant. That's your starting lineup for your Bulldogs. See what the Zizzers have for us in stall.
And now, basketball fans, it's time. Select your starting lineup for the West Plains Zizzers. He's a 6-foot senior guard.
Six-footer, number 0, Miller. Ethan Miller. 5'2", junior guard, Caleb Cobb. The big man, number 33, Aiden Judd. 6'3", senior guard, number 13, Jacob Moore. 6'3", senior guard, number 5, Jared Kraft. We walked in with that young man. They're the shortest 6'2", 6'3" team I've seen yet. Looks like Deacon Endicott going against number 5, Jared Kraft for the tip. Welcome to West Plains, Missouri, home of the Zizzers. Conference game. Both teams need to win here. Bulldogs with an 0-4. And here we go. Looks like right to Pant. Quick handoff to Hanks. And in for 2, Brian Hanks. Bulldogs strike first. Gets it into Cobb. Cobb picked up immediately. Going to throw it away. Tip away, let it go. Out of bounds. The defense sets up the trap early. The Bulldogs get it right back. Brian Hanks inbound. Here comes Rashad McDonald, number 5. Maddox Shorter out, a little under the weather. Head coach Court Harvey, same thing, not feeling too hot. Team led by Peyton Bennett tonight. It's going to be a turnover. Here comes number 0, Miller for 2. So 2-2. And here comes Hanks. Guarded by Miller. Vedix is going to drive in. Goes up, gets tied up. Oh. So Vedix gets called with it. So Vedix picks up his first. Who? Sick. Cobb gets it down, gets it to the big man, Judd. Quick pass, no look to Kraft. Kraft on the far side. Gonna dish it to this near side to Cobb. Cobb for 3, it's in the air. It's gonna be an overshot. Rebound, put back by Moore. Bulldogs down by 2. 2-4, Hanks. Gets across the half. Picked up by, who is that? Miller. Here comes Span at the top. Gets it to Hanks, top side. Endicott comes around, Hanks. Hands it to McDonald. McDonald. Gonna go for the long 3. It's in the air. In for 3! Rashad McDonald continues this reign of terror from the 3-point line. Bulldogs go up by 1. Kraft dribbles in, is going to hand it off to 13, which is Moore. Not pretty, but effective. Hanks gets it across. Bulldogs get down pretty quick. Far side, Vedix in the corner. Guarded by the big man, Judd. He's going to go to the top to Pant. Endicott at the top right now. Guarded by Kraft. Hanks on the wing, going to go to McDonald. McDonald's got a mismatch, spin move, up and in. Rashawn McDonald finishes strong. Get it across, a little bit of pressure there. Kraft at the top. He's going to go to Moore. Moore guarded by Vedix. Dishes it to Judd, the big man for three. No good. Endicott gets it on the bounce. 5:22 first period. It's going to be still on the layup or on the pass. Zizzers doing a good job reading those passes. Bulldogs need to tighten those up a little bit. Hard to see underneath here. Sorry. Here's Hanks. Going to dish it to the far side. Gets tipped. Endicott for three. It's in the air. It's going to be no good. The big man Judd pulls it down. Gets it to Cobb. Cobb's going to dish it to number 5, Kraft. Kraft's going to drive to the corner. He's going to give it to Judd. Back to the top. Moore's going to drive in. He dishes far side. It's going to be Miller. Brings it back to the top. Cobb to Kraft. Going to drive in. He's got, looks like Moore at the top, guarded by Endicott. Bounce pass to the big man. Judd's going to try to man up on Vedix. And he just goes down out of bounds as Vedix stands his ground. Judd's wanting a foul. Number 11 checks in. So Josiah Long checks in for Ethan Miller with 4:24. Zizzers up by 1, 7-8. Hanks gets across. Looks like Miller's going to pick him up. Gets it to Pant near side, which can be hard to see. A lot of students section. Vedix in the near wing. He's going to drive in. He's going to go right at him. In for two. Vedix just mans up. Going to be no call. Should have been a call. Long gets it to Kraft to the corner to Cobb. Cobb dishes it back out to Moore. Moore's going to drive in for two. Moore doing a good job. Pretty solid. Timeout. Bennett. Bulldogs will take a timeout. We'll take a timeout. 3:48 left in the first period. Your Bulldogs down by 1, 9-8. Looks like Hanks with 2. Rashad McDonald with 5. Vedix with 2. We'll be right back. Bulldog Nation, 3:48 left in the first period. Bulldogs down by 1. Both teams need to win here. Conference game. Zizzers with a 1-3. Bulldogs with an 0-4. Zizzers come in 9-13 on the record. Bulldogs with a 13-11. Hank's going to get it to McDonald. Sees Pan at the top. Here comes Endicott. Nope. Hanks for 3. It's in the air. It's going to be no good. Going to be a good box out by Miller. Or Long, I'm sorry. Drives in, tipped by McDonald. He keeps it. A lot of dribbling. Oh. So Vedix gets called for his second foul. Kobe Martin checking in at the table. So Martin checks in. 3:23 left in the first period. Bulldogs down 9-12. It's going to be a violation on lane violation, so shot's no good. So Josiah Long steps over, cancels that out. Pan gets it into Hanks. Hanks gets across to half, 3:16. First period. Martin. Hanks drives in, stutter step, spin move. He's going to elevate. Shot's no good, but Hanks goes to the line. Shooting 2. Let's see if that one's on. 13. That's a great one to be on right there. Looks like Jacob Moore is what he called. Shot's good for Hanks. Closes it to within 2 with 3:06 first period. Second shot is good. Nice shooting, Brian Hanks. Here comes Kraft. He's going to dish it to Miller. Back to Kraft. Miller. There's Kraft at the top. Here comes the main dude, Moore. He's a scoring machine looking for that open lane. He's got 6 points on it right now. Everybody else with 2. To the corner. Here comes Kraft. Drives baseline. Pretty easy. Hanks. Endicott. Get to McDonald. McDonald loses it, gets it back. It's going to be tipped. McDonald goes right back at it. 3-point shot, no good. Brody Pant with the big board. Hits Hanks on the run. 2 points. Brian Hanks. 13-14, back to 1, 2:11 first period. We got Kraft at the top for the Zizzers. Going to dish it. Guess what? Long arms of Martin. Dishes it to McDonald. McDonald in for 2. Bulldogs back up. Great takeaway by Kobe Martin. Hits McDonald on the run. Bulldogs up by 1. 15-14 with 1:48 in the first period. We got Miller at the top right now. Here comes McDonald. Now Hanks. Goes to Kraft on the far wing. Looks underneath to Moore. Hands it off to Long for 2. So Moore drives in, hands it to Long. Good ball movement. Sorry, dropped my paper. Here's Hanks to the corner to Pant. Pant's going to dribble out. You can't see him because there's a million students in the way. Pant. Endicott. We got Hanks on the near side corner. He's going to go to Pant. Get him back out on the far side where we can see him. Here's Martin for 3. Get in there, ball. Gonna miss. Unfortunately, the student section's going to let him know. 59 seconds. Here's Moore. Goes to Kraft. Kraft setting it up, looking for that last second shot with 51 seconds left. Good tip away by McDonald. Zizzers get it back. 18-15, Bulldogs trail by 3 with 33 seconds. Big board right here to end the first period. 29, here's Hanks. Need to be smart here with these passes. Here comes Martin. Martin for 3. It's in the air. It's going to be no good. The big man, Judd, pulls it down. Here's Long. It's going to be a takeaway. Rashad McDonald in for 2. Bulldogs down by 1 with 3 seconds. Long ball to the corner. No. No. Team up! What a play by the Zizzers. Sorry, I got caught up in it. They got it with 3 seconds, got it down to the court to the corner. Player fires it off from the corner. Shot goes in, too late. They wave it off. Coach comes out on the court, not liking that one. The good thing is, the Bulldogs did. So we're getting ready to start the second period. The Bulldogs down by 1, 17-18. Must-win game today, conference game. Play again at home Tuesday, 7:30-ish against Marshfield comes to town. Another must-win game. We'll take for your second time out. You're listening to Carl Junction Boys Streaming Network here in West Plains, Missouri. All right, here we go. Welcome back. 8 minutes resets on the clock. Second period getting ready to start. It's going to be the Zizzers ball. I will say they have a really good sound system in here. It is rocking. And I like it. Rock you. All right, here we go. Second period starts. Here comes Kraft. Picked up by McDonald, the quick hands. Long drives in, dishes it. Baseline. Back out to Kraft, and McDonald's going to get called for the foul on Kraft. McDonald picks up his first. Payne St. Oak. Coach Bennett running the show tonight as head coach Cord Hardy home, not feeling well. Get to feeling better, coach. Maddox Shorter, get to feeling better. Got hit with a nasty bug. At the top here, Kraft to Miller. Whoop. Who's 42? Big man checks in, Dunbar. Here comes Long. He's going to drive in. He's going to elevate, trying to clear space. It's going to be no good. Looks like going to tip out of bounds. Nope. Number one gets it. Kinslew. Dishes it to Kraft. Kraft. Here comes Long. Long driving in. He's going to do the long jumper for two. Boys need a rebound. Right now, Bulldogs getting out rebound on this position. Hanks gets down on the floor, gets it. Bulldog ball. Hanks kind of comes up limping a little bit. I'm not sure where he got hit. Might be one of those bad spots. That nauseated spot. So here we go. 7:06, second period. 17-18, Bulldogs down by one. Hanks gets across, picked up by Miller's going to dish it to Endicott. Here comes McDonald. He finds Martin in the corner. You just can't hardly see him. Back to the top to McDonald. McDonald's looks. He's put some moves on Long. Stutter step underneath that wide open Hanks. In for two. Brian Hanks. Great ball movement distraction by McDonald. Hanks sitting there, feeds him. 6:38, second period. Kraft at the top, going to drive in. Endicott's going to get hit, called with a hammer. Shot's no good, but Kraft goes to the line. So Jared Kraft goes up. Good ball handler for the Zizzers, does a good job. Looks like Hanks with 8, McDonald with 9 right now on the board that I can see. First one's good for Kraft. Makes it 19s. Did I say the Bulldogs were chilling? Sorry, they were up by one. They were. Now they're down by one. All right, 19-20, Bulldogs trail by one. 6:31, second period. Pan at the top. Guarded by Kinslow. Here's Endicott. Endicott. We got Martin. He's in the air. It's going to be no good. McDonald. Pant. Grabs it. Steps back. He's just going to drive in. Short float. Brody Pant. What a drive by Brody Pant. He elevated this over everybody's head and threw it down. Bulldogs back up by one. Here's Kraft at the top. He's going to find Kinslow. Here comes Long. Long near side wing guarded by Martin. And Rashawn McDonald's going to reach around the big man Judd, trying to time that one, cherry pick it, and gets called. McDonald checks out. McDonald checks in. Day trail McDonald checking in. Number 14 for Rashad. 5:55 left in the second period. Bulldogs down by one. Gets it into Long. He's going to drive in. In for two. Goes right at Day Trail McDonald. Bumps him, clears a little space, gets it into McDonald. 5:42, second period. Here's Hanks at the top. He's going to be guarded by Miller. Far side McDonald. Day Trail drives in, and he's going to get called with a walk. Turnover on McDonald. .527, second period. Bulldogs down by one, 21-22. At the top, Kraft goes to Long. Long comes around the top, pulls it back out, finds Kraft again on their side. Throws it to Long. Long wasn't ready. I was hoping that was going right to the bench. And a turnover on Kraft. Kraft gets called for the walk. Did he walk? I didn't either. So I think Kraft is stunned. I'm the other team, and I didn't see it. I usually make stuff up. Here's Hanks. 5:06, second period. 21-22, Bulldogs trail by 1. Here comes McDonald. McDonald drives in. Up in the air and in for 2. Daytrail. McDonald. Puts the Bulldogs back up by 1. It's a nail-biter, folks. 23-22. Daytrail comes in for Rashad McDonald. McDonald with 2 on the bench. Cooper Vidics with 2 on the bench. Maddox Shorter on the couch with the flu. Get better. Judd at the top, the big man. That might have been a turnover. Here's a hand pick by Martin. Yep. So Martin loses it. Gets called with the carry. Going the other way. Martin trying to get control of it. Looking to dish it. Had the 2-on-1 layup and just lost track of it. 4:32, second period. Bulldogs 23. Zizzers 22. Number 13 checks back in. Moore putting up some scores for the Zizzers. He finds Long. Long drives in, dishes it underneath the Judd. Judd's shot's no good. Endicott with the board. He's going to hit Pant. Pant's got the look for 3. It's in the air. No good. Martin gets away with a slap in the back of the head. They're going to find Moore. Back out to Long. Here's Kraft. Kraft looks. Kraft's got a lot of looks. He's going to drive in. Short floater. No good. Off the rim. Martin gets away with another over the back. It's going to be a turnover. Long 2-point shot. It's going to be no good. Craziness right now. Here's Hanks. Loose ball. Great one by Detroit. Double dribble. Oh, I know that was about a series of about 13 fouls in there. Hanks drives in, gets called for the double dribble, and able to press charges. Miller to Kraft, back to Miller. 3:26, Bulldogs lead by 1. Here's Kraft. 3-point shots in the air. It's going to be no good by Miller. Rebound by Endicott. Going to be a takeaway. Endicott gets it back as Moore comes down with it. Endicott gets it back to Hanks. Hanks gets across, 3:02. Guarded by Miller at the top. Hanks going to drive to the corner. Pant's waiting on him. Here comes Pant. He's going to drive in. Finally called one on 13. That should be 2 on him, I think. That is exactly who you want that on. That's a good one to get it on. He's kind of the stud. So he goes back to the bench, which that is exactly where we want that kid. Here's Hanks underneath the Pant at the stripe. He's going to find Daytrail McDonald for 3. Daytrail McDonald from the long ball. Timeout, Zizzers. That's a forced timeout if you're wondering, folks. Daytrail puts the icing on the cake. 26-24, the biggest lead of the game for your Bulldogs with 2:39. We'll take a few second timeout. Here's the Zizzers cheerleaders. We'll be right back to the Carl Junction Boys streaming network here in West Plains, Missouri, home of the Zizzers. Be right back. Bulldog Nation, welcome back to the conference game. 2:39, your Bulldogs travel to West Plains, home of the Zizzers, lead by 4. Biggest lead of the game as the Zizzers get it in back court to Miller. To the corner to Kraft. He's got number 2 here, Cobb open. It's going to be a turnover. Here comes Daytrail McDonald. He's going to keep it up for the layup. In for 2. Daytrail McDonald not messing around. Daytrail 5 unanswered points right in a row. Here's Long, near side guarded by Hanks, 2:14. Bulldogs expand it to 6. Keep the foot on the gas, Bulldogs. Far corner, short. Martin gets a hand on it on the throwaway by Miller. Cobb inbound for the Zizzers. Big wingspan there by Martin. Gets it into Long. I think that's Long. Yeah, Long. Goes to the big man, Judd. Judd trapped in the corner. Tries to dribble out. Gets it out somehow to Kraft. Or to Miller, I'm sorry. Here's Long. Long trying to find a hole. We got Miller this side. Switches to Cobb. Cobb's going to dribble around the top. Switched up their offense a little bit. 3-point shot's no good. Should have been a huge walk on Judd. No call. Here's Kraft to Miller. Back to Kraft. Kraft looking, drives in. He's got Long, and they're letting him play. They started out tic-tacs, and now they're starting to let him play a little bit. Kraft. Hanks got away with a ride earlier, and that's the only reason I was saying that. Kraft. 1:14 left in the second period. Zizzers moving the ball around. I can't tell if they're wasting time or can't get a shot because of the defense. Here's Kraft, fadeaway jumper, no good. Caught, full steam ahead, hammer down. As Long just T-bones him like running a stop sign and hits him right in the side. Endicott, I think he saw that easy layup throwdown coming by Deacon Endicott. Bulldogs to inbound at the score table. Looks like Panther throw in to Hanks. We got 58 seconds and ticking. Bulldogs with a 6-point spread. First half coming to an end. Nothing crazy here, boys. Just finish strong, get that last second shot, and let's go into the locker room up by at least 8. We'll say at least 6. 8 would be nice. Here's Hanks. He's going to drive in. He's going to elevate. Shot's going to be no good. Big board by Brody Pant. No good. It's going to be pulled down by number 1, Kinslow. Hands it off to Kraft with 31 seconds left. Kraft to Judd, the big man, way out there on the 3-point line. Hands it to Cobb. Cobb's going to find Miller. Back to Cobb. 17 seconds, 16 and ticking. He's got Kraft on the near side. I'm trying to see who they're looking for. They're studs on the bench with 2 fouls. Cobb, he's going to throw a long ball to Miller. He's going to shoot the long 3. It's going to be no good. And that's it. Your Bulldogs come back, take the lead from behind, 28-22. Brings us to halftime. As your Bulldogs with an impressive lead right now going into the half. So we're going to take about a 8-minute timeout ourselves, and we'll come back. I was trying to see. It looks like Pant with 2 points. And Daytrail McDonald with 7. Hanks with 8. And that's all I can see right now on the board. So we'll take a few second time out. You're listening to the Carl Junction Boys streaming network here in West Plains, Missouri, home of the Zizzers. Be right back. Don't go anywhere. All right, Bulldogs, welcome back. The clock has reset. 8 minutes. Second half getting ready to start. Bulldogs up by 6, 28-22. Vedix, Hanks, Endicott, Pant, and Rashad McDonald. McDonald and Vedix spent most of their time on the bench. Daytrail McDonald came in and filled that spot nicely. And here we go. We're off to the races. Here's Hanks. Oh, find my paper here. Miller, here comes Moore. We got the three-point shot in the air by Hanks. Rebound by Judd. Tipped away. Oh. So it looks like Zizzers are going to get that on a loose ball. Knocked around. I think went out on Endicott on that one. Everybody trying to get down and get a hold of it. Here's Kraft. Goes to the corner. Back to Kraft. Kraft at the top. Guarded by Vedix. Vedix needs to be smart here. A lot of game left. Need him on the court. Does not hurt. Cobb. Decent move. Kicks it to Kraft. 7:25. Cobb to the corner to Miller. Back to the top. Defense for the Bulldogs looking pretty solid right now. Zizzers looking for an opening and not finding one right now. Everybody's feet moving. Hands are up. Looking good. Miller to Kraft. Guarded by Vedix and Hanks. Be a high ball to Moore. Moore, the stud. He's going to drive in. He's had a good success in the first period. Kraft, I'm not sure I don't shoot the three. He gets a look. Looks. Must not be able to make it. Miller with the three-point look. No good. There's Kraft for three. And maybe that's why I don't shoot him. Rims out. Here's Hanks. Big old reach. Here comes Pant. Pant's going to see Vedix. Vedix got the open look. Three-point in the air. No good. Pant with the rebound. And foul by Cobb. So Brody Pant does a great job getting the board. Number 2, Cobb, gets called with his first personal. Inbound by McDonald, 6:39, third period. Gets it into Endicott. He finds Vedix on the far side. Vedix looks at the three. He's going to drive in. Call it. Golly. Oh. So they just gave Vedix, they gave him a warning. Gave Vedix a warning because he gets killed in there. No call. So 6:23 left in the third period. Here's Kraft at the top. Vedix on guard. Far side to Cobb. Cobb guarded by Hanks. He goes to the corner to Miller. Back to Cobb. 6:10, third period. Moore at the top. Need to keep Moore out of there. He's pretty smooth in the paint. The big man, Judd. Looks like he could be a tight end for the local college. Kraft for three. And Vedix fouls him on the three. Vedix goes back to the bench. You guessed it, same ref that warned him. Just under 6 minutes left in the third. Vedix back out. Martin back in. Shot's good. So back within 2. Here's McDonald at the top. That's Rashad McDonald this period. Guarded by Cobb. McDonald, dribble. Elevate. No good. Rebound by Judd. Going to dish it to Cobb on the far side. Comes back to the midline. Here's Kraft. Kraft looks. Goes to Cobb, far side. Long three. Zizzers back up by 1. So McDonald gets called for the foul. Daytrail McDonald checks in for the Bulldogs. 5:30. Bulldogs down by 1. Gets it into the far side. Kraft back to the corner to Cobb. Kraft near side. Here he comes. He's going to elevate. Short floater for 2. Zizzers starting to feel a little bit of rhythm. Bulldogs in a little bit of foul trouble, missing Maddox shorter. Get better, my man. Here's Hanks. He sees Endicott. Gonna drive in. Fouled, no call. Here's Endicott, gets in the face, no call. Here's Hanks. Goes to the far side to Martin, to Daytrail McDonald in the game. Hanks. Hanks bounce passes, forces it into Endicott. Endicott nowhere to go. He's got Hanks. Finds Pant. Pant's going to pull back out with 4:34 in the third. Here's Martin. Martin for three from the corner. No good. Rebound by Judd. Gets it to Cobb. At the top, Moore. About time he blew his whistle. They like that call. Won't call foul, but they'll call that all day. Sheesh. Martin inbound for the Bulldogs, 4:21. Bulldogs down by 3. Martin can fix that real quick. We got Daytrail McDonald. He's over in the corner cherry picking. Finally. So the big man over the back, pushing the back on Endicott, so he gets called. First one. Pant inbound for the Bulldogs. Far side, get it into Endicott, back to Pant. Pant drives in. Going to be blocked. Rebound by Judd. Gets it to Moore. Just under 4 minutes in the third. Bulldogs 28. Zizzers 31. Cobb far side. Hit a long ball earlier. Keep a hand on him. Here's Hanks. Guards Moore. Cobb's going to drive in. Got nowhere to go. He's going to find Kraft. Kraft for three. No good. It's going to be tipped to Hanks. Hanks on the run. And one. Brian Hanks finishes strong. So Brian Hanks goes up in a crowd of Zizzers, whatever that is, and finishes strong. Got a chance to tie it up here with a three-point play. 3:39 left in the third period. Brian Hanks ties it. Nice try, Brian Hanks. Get it in. We got a new ball game. 31's on the board. 3:39. We got an official timeout for, not sure what happened there. Clock maybe? So the clock didn't get started on that, so we're going to do it again. Kraft gets it in, gets it to Cobb, back to Kraft. Going to drive to the far side, Miller. Here's Cobb. Somebody needs to come out on him. He's got some range. For not a big guy, he's got a shot. 3:20 in the third. Here's Judd, the big man at the top. That's who you want shooting a three right there. To the corner. Here's Kraft for three. In for three. Up by three, Zizzers. Here's Hanks. Drives in. Shot's no good. Zizzers with the rebound. 2:49, third period. Go to the corner. The big man shooting three. I stand corrected. We don't want him shooting. Biggest lead of the game for the Zizzers, up by 6. Take away by the Zizzers. Layup for 2. Timeout, Bulldogs. 2:22 left, Bulldogs 31. Zizzers 39, down by 8. We'll be right back. Welcome back, Bulldog Nation. Bulldogs trail right now by 8, 31-39. Lady Bulldogs dropped the game earlier, 86-45. The Zizzers had 10 3-point shots made in the first before they missed the first one. First half was 14 threes. Lady Bulldogs, that's hard to defend. So here comes Hanks to Pant. Pant guarded by Moore. Big O reach, get away. And Endicott for two. So Endicott closes the gap. Back to 6. Here's Kraft at the top. Kraft starting to fill it. At the top, here's Miller, goes to the far side. 3-point shots in the air. And that's good for Long. 42-32. Here's Pant. Drives in from the stripe. Shot's no good. Tipped out. Endicott with the board. He's going to find Pant near his side. Here comes Cullett. Endicott goes to Hanks at the top. There's Pant. Pant for 3. It's in the air. No good. Rims out. Kraft with the rebound. 1:13 left in the third. As Long gets it to Kraft. Kraft at the top, guarded by Datro McDonald. He finds the big man, 33, Judd. I said let him shoot, and he did. He made it 3. I'm not going to say that again. 56 seconds. Here comes Kraft. Drives in. No good. Rebound. Here comes Hanks to Datro McDonald. McDonald's going to finish. And a body called on Long. Picks up his first. Datro McDonald goes to the line. Shooting 2. 46.8 seconds in the third. 33-42. Bulldogs trail right now. Let's close that gap, Datro. And he just starts with the first one. Where are we at? 8. Second shot, ice in the veins for Datro McDonald. 43 seconds in the third. Kraft, Zizzers 3-point shooting coming alive. Judd in the corner, back to Kraft at the top. We're going to dish it near side. Underneath the Moore. Moore's kind of trapped in the corner, see if he can find where to go. He gets it back to the top with 28 seconds. Kraft's going to drive in, long 2, it's in the air. Kraft doing a good job. Got to give the kid credit when it's due, and he's earned it. 15 seconds. 9-point spread for the Zizzers. Endicott drives in. Good spin move by Endicott. In for 2. Right, left, right. Endicott. Long ball, no good. Bulldogs 37, Zizzers 44. Brings it into the third. Rolling into the fourth. There's going to be 8 minutes left in the game for your Bulldogs to strap on them boots. It's time to go to work. We'll be right back to the Carl Junction Boys Streaming Network here in West Plains, Missouri, home of the Zizzers. Be right back. All right, here we go. Welcome back, Bulldogs. Looks like it's going to be Zizzer ball at the half near us. Here comes Pant, Rashawn McDonough, Cooper Vedix, Brian Hanks, and Deacon Endicott. McDonough, Vedix been in foul trouble most of the night. Here comes Kraft. to Miller. Gives it to Long. Long's going to lose it, gets it back. So Moore gets it to Young. To Miller. At the top, Moore moving the ball well. Here's a long two. Get out of there, ball. And it's going to be rebound by Hanks. Hanks is going to keep it. The Zizzers going to clear out. Need to close this gap here. Here's Vidic near side, looking to dish. Holy moly, goes all the way across to Hanks. Hanks for three. It's in the air. It's going to be no good. Here's Kraft, the rebound. Far side, Long. Kraft not to top, guarded by Pant. Here comes Moore. Moore gets it to Kraft. Kraft's got the hot hand right now. And you see why. In for two. Doing a good job. Biggest lead of the game. Tied it up, let's see, by 9. 37-46. Bulldogs down with 6.5 minutes left. Bulldogs going to get something going here. Vidic, guarded by the big man, Judd. Goes to Hanks. Back to Vidic. Vidic looks at the three. Goes all the way across to Pant. Pant's got the look. Finds Hanks on the far wing. Vidic at the top. Big reach, finally. So Moore gets called for his third. As you heard, my partner next to me says whole game, and he's not kidding. So that's 3 on him, which doesn't hurt. Gets it into Hanks. Hanks to Vidic. Vidic's got the three. It's in the air. It's going to be short. No good. Rebound by Moore. Just under 6 minutes. Reach around by Pant. No call. Kraft at the top. Going to drive in. Reverse layup. No good. Endicott pulls it from the rim. Going to be a reach around on Miller. So Miller griping at the. So timeout, Zizzers. So we'll take a few second timeout ourselves. It's 5:43 left in the game. Sorry, I have third period. Let me switch that over. 37-46. Bulldogs down by 9. We'll take a few seconds. We'll be right back to the Carl Junction Boys Streaming Network. West Plains, Missouri. All right, Bulldogs, welcome back. 5:43 left in the game. 37-46. Bulldogs down by 9. Coaching tonight is Peyton Bennett for Coach Hardy that could make the trip. Maddox Shorter couldn't make the trip. A little under the weather. And a couple Bulldogs in foul trouble. And here we go. Start chipping away, boys. Here we go. McDonald at the top. Here comes Pant. Far side to McDonald. McDonald's got the look. Get in there, ball. No good. Kraft with the rebound. Judd at the top. To Kraft. Here comes Long. Long drives in. Vidic gets called with his fourth. So Vidic picks up his fourth. A lot of time left in the game. Got to be smart here. Gets it into Miller. Miller for three. No good. Out of bounds. It's going to be Bulldog ball as Young tries to run it down. Hanks to McDonald. McDonald. Bounce pass to Pant. Back to McDonald. Finally. So number 13 picks up his fourth. So 13, Jacob Moore is going to the bench, which is good news for the Bulldogs as number 1, Gavin Kinslow checks back in. Vedek's rolling with 4. McDonald with 2. Here comes Hanks, the top, guarded by Miller. 4:52 left, Pant. Here's Endicott going to drive in. Shot's no good. Kraft, guarded by Vedek, switch. McDonald picks up his third. Zizzers get it in with 4:33. There's Pant. It's going to, oh my. Brody Pant picks up his first. Third team foul. Moore gets it into Miller. I'm sorry, Long gets it into Miller. Picked up by McDonald. Oh. McDonald gets away with one. Phoenix picks up his fifth. Phoenix goes to the bench. Martin. Number 1, Gavin Kinslow with the line, and it's good. 3-point play. Biggest lead now by, 12? McDonald. At the top, guarded by Long. Martin. Going to be a throwaway. Bulldogs going the other way. Timeout. Coach Bennett. We'll take a few second timeout. Be right back. 3:55, 37-49. Bulldogs trail. All right, here we go. Welcome back. 3:55 left in the game. Bulldogs down by 12, 37-49. Special happy birthday to Francis Vedek. Francis Vedek, Eggy Vedek. Happy birthday. I think he's somewhere around 55 years old if I'm correct. So happy birthday, Eggy. Zizzers to inbound. Long on the far side at the table. Just under 4 minutes left. Bulldogs got some serious work to do here. Plenty of time. If you watch basketball, you'll know. Just got to get a couple stops here. Kraft drives in baseline. Going to dish it to the top. He's got Miller open. Young goes to Kraft. Kraft to Miller. Miller looks at the three, pulls it down. Kraft at the top. Guarded by Hanks. Kraft does a good job. With the ball movement. Drives in baseline. charge called on Kraft as Endicott gets on the tracks and takes it like a man. So Endicott, Bulldogs get one. Martin inbound for the Bulldogs, gets it into McDonald. Long's going to pick him up. Finds Martin in the corner. Martin's going to go baseline. He's going to lose it. Oh, nope, gets it back. Endicott drives in. He finds Pant. Pant's got the open look. It's in the air. No good. McDonald with the rebound. He finds Hanks in the corner for three. No good. Judd with the rebound. Kinslow with a travel. Coach did not like that one. So Kinslow goes to the bench on that one. Jacob Moore, number 13, there's one of their studs, checks in. Kraft and Moore having a good night. Hanks to Endicott. There's Martin for three. No good. Tipped away by Miller. Endicott's back. It's going to be a bounce pass for two. Oh, head-to-head collision by Hanks and Kraft. Gets it in. And they get a turnover on the defense of the Bulldogs. So Martin, no good. And then they call that on Pant. Oh, hurts my heart. Here we go. Pant picks up his second. 2:14, 38-51. Kraft goes to the line. Looks like both teams right now in bonus. 5 and 5. Shots no good for Kraft. Kraft for the Zizzers having a great night. Gets after it, does a good job up and down the court and taking it to the hole. He's got good range from the three. Both shots no good. Endicott with a big arm goes up and gets it. Rashawn McDonald. 2:09. McDonald's going to keep it. They count it. So McDonald makes it, doesn't get the call. Shooting two. First one's good. By the old number 5. 2:07 left in the game, 39-51. Shot's good. Get it into Kraft. Kraft going to be a big reach by Martin. Kraft goes to the line. Shooting two. Bulldogs down by 11 right now. Gotta find somebody else to foul besides that kid. I stand corrected. Foul that kid. First one's no good. 1:58 left in the game, 40-51. Bulldogs trail, 3 hours from home. Conference game, it's a must-win here. Bulldogs come in 0-4 in the conference. Zizzers 1-3. Second one's good for Kraft. Get it down quickly to the corner. There's Hanks. Hanks goes in, gets fouled. Make it a three-point play for Brian Hanks. Back to 10. A lot of time left in the game. Get a few stops here. So there goes Moore. That should be his 5th. So Moore goes to the bench. Number 1 checks in, Gavin Kinslow for Moore. Moore started out hot and just kind of got himself into some foul trouble. Three-point play is good for Bryant. Brings within 9. Plenty of time, just need a couple stops here. Here's Long, gets it down to Kraft. Kraft in for 2. Martin to Hanks. There's Pant. Back to Hanks at the top. Going to be a turnover by Kraft's going to lay up, put back by Miller. I'm sorry, by Long. Here's Pant going to drive in. Finds Endicott. Endicott guarded by Judd. Endicott going to spin, going to go to Pant. Pant for three. It's in the air. No good. Martin gets a hand on it. Can't pull it in. Goes to Judd. Kraft going to dish it to the wide open Kinslow. 58 seconds left in the game. Bulldogs down 43-58. Timeout, Bulldogs. We'll take a few second timeout. We're back to the Carroll Junction Boys Streaming Network here in West Plains, Missouri, home of the Zizzers. All right, welcome back, Bulldogs. Just under a minute left in the game. Bulldogs trail by a few. Head coach Cord Hardy couldn't make the trip. Maddox Shorter couldn't make the trip. Cooper Viedick's on the bench with 5. Here's McDonald. Finds Hanks. Hanks for 3. Oh, no good as McDonald. Nope. How'd they not call that? About took his head off. So McDonald hack-a-shacks him. Foul him. Foul him. Foul him before he gets it to that kid. Big man Judd bounce pass to Miller. To the top to Young. Young goes to the line. Martin. Kobe Martin picks up his second. Shot's good. 43-59. 39.5 seconds left in the game. And the second one's good. McDonald gonna lose it. Try the alley-oop. Here's Martin for 3. Got the open look. No good. Hanks flies in. Here's 2 points for Kraft. 15 seconds. McDonald for the long 3. No good. Out of bounds on the Zizzers, 7.7 seconds. Bulldogs are not getting it done tonight, folks. 3-point shot for Endicott is good. 45-62 is your final. And that's the game, folks. Bulldog girls and boys drop to the Zizzers. Bulldogs 0-5 in the conference. Play their last conference game against Marshfield. 7:30 Tuesday night at home. Brian Viedick signing off. Thanks for joining us. Check on your Bulldog and the family. Make sure they get home safe. Until Tuesday night, don't forget to hug your Bulldog.